The most expensive mistake in history. A finger hovered above a keyboard, not over a missile launch button, not over a declaration of war, not over a scientific experiment, just a keyboard. In a brightly lit office tower, somewhere among thousands of identical desks, a trade was approved, a signature was added, a risk was packaged, renamed, and sold. Nothing exploded. No alarm sounded. Outside, people drank coffee, crossed streets, and planned their futures. The world appeared perfectly normal. But history has an unusual habit. Its most expensive disasters rarely announce themselves. Most people imagine catastrophic mistakes as dramatic moments. A king making the wrong decision, a general marching into battle, a scientist overlooking a fatal flaw. That is not what happened. The most expensive mistake in modern history was built from millions of decisions that individually seemed harmless. A loan approved here, a contract signed there, a box checked, a warning ignored, a number trusted. And together, they created something no one fully understood. By the early 2000s, a powerful belief had spread through financial institutions across the world. Housing prices always rise. It sounded reasonable. After all, for decades, the pattern seemed almost natural. Homes increased in value. Families accumulated wealth. Banks earned profits. Governments encouraged ownership. Everyone appeared to win. But reality possesses a quality that human beings consistently underestimate. It does not care what people believe. Behind the scenes, mortgages were being bundled together and transformed into financial products so complex that even many of the people selling them struggled to understand the true risks hidden inside. The danger wasn't invisible. Researchers, economists, and a handful of investors noticed something strange. The numbers worked. Until they didn't, the system looked stable. Until stability itself became the source of vulnerability. And then the first cracks appeared, small at first, almost forgettable. A missed payment, a default, another, then another. Like tiny fractures spreading beneath a frozen lake. Most people still couldn't see the danger, but the ice was already breaking. In 2008, the illusion collapsed. Banks that had stood for generations suddenly found themselves facing losses so large they seemed impossible. Credit froze. Investments vanished. Retirement accounts shrank. Businesses stopped hiring. Some stopped existing. Entire economies entered a state of shock. Within months, trillions of dollars in wealth disappeared, not transferred, not stolen. Erased. Years of human effort, factories built, savings accumulated, dreams planned, all reduced to numbers blinking out on screens across the planet. The scale is difficult for the human mind to grasp. 1,000,000 seconds is about 11 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds is more than 30 years. 1,000,000,000,000 seconds stretches beyond 30,000 years. Yet during the crisis, multiple trillions of dollars in value evaporated. Civilizations are not built from stone. They are built from trust. And trust had suddenly become scarce. But the most unsettling part is not the money. It is what the event revealed about human beings. Most people believe intelligence protects societies from failure. That more experts, more data, and more technology naturally lead to better decisions. The crisis suggested something darker. Complexity can become a blindfold. The more elaborate a system becomes, the easier it is for individuals to mistake understanding for control. Every participant saw a piece of the machine. Almost nobody saw the machine itself. And perhaps that pattern extends far beyond finance. Throughout history, Civilizations have often been threatened not by what they failed to build, but by what they built too successfully. Systems become larger, connections become tighter, confidence grows, warnings fade into background noise. Then reality arrives with its invoice. The most expensive mistake in history was never a single decision. It was a collective certainty, a shared belief that tomorrow would behave exactly like yesterday. And that may be the oldest mistake humanity continues to make, because the future has never promised stability. It only offers possibility. Somewhere right now, another assumption is becoming consensus. Another system is growing larger. Another risk is being mistaken for safety. And history is waiting patiently to discover what we have overlooked this time.